Okay, well, welcome everybody. So I will call the meeting to order. We do have quorum. I'll start with the land acknowledgement. The Ganaraska Region Conservation Authority respectfully acknowledges that the land on which we gather is situated within the traditional and treaty territory of the Sagas and Chippewas of the Anishinaabe, known today as the Williams Treaties First Nation. Our work on these lands acknowledges their resilience and their longstanding contribution to the area. We are thankful for the opportunity to live, learn, and share with mutual respect and appreciation. And I'll ask for a disclosure of pecuniary interests. And I'm seeing. And we'll move on to the minutes of the last meeting. We have a mover and a second. Moved by Randy. Seconded by Tracy. Is there any discussion? Oh, all right, I'll call on the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
And that is carried.
Aye.
The adoption of the agenda. We're going to second for that. Moved by Adam, seconded by Mark. Or John. Either. Any discussion about the agenda? All in favor? Business arising, none. Delegations, none. Presentations, none. Correspondence, none.
Moved.
And applications under the Ontario Regulation 41/24 and Conservation Authority Act. Permits approved by executive. The schedule is attached. Moving a second on that. Adam, Willie, any questions about any of the permits? Okay, so all in favor?
Yes.
Great. Moving right on, the committee reports. So Ganaraska Forest Recreation or User Committee meeting minutes of 8/3/2025. We were in a second or talk for that for discussion. Moved by Jones, seconded by Miriam. Any discussion about minutes? Yeah, Willie?
To the chair and May 1st opening update without power 6 days. Is there a backup generator there?
No, there is not, but it is, I would say that it's because we have put it in for this year. We do not have a Generac system or backup. It is in the budget.
Yeah.
For the building.
Water-
Okay. I'm holding on to that. Now there's like 3, I'm like, yeah, wait.
Someone's not muted and there's a lot of interference.
Yeah, oh, he's gone. But he's there. The water system, it did not get cold enough, so it was fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. There's a question up there.
Joan has a question.
Okay, Joan, go ahead.
Through you, Madam Chair, just wondering, the City of Kawartha Lakes position is unfilled. What position did they hold, and is there any hope of getting it filled?
For you, but Tracy may be,
Okay,
Tracy
Tracy,
can
are you able to answer that?
It's a representative, but Tracy can.
Yeah, it's an open, like just a community rep position. And yeah, so I've circulated it to our clerk's department, trying to have someone fill that vacancy.
What would they be doing? Are they tied into a certain club or? what would they be doing?
They would be the Kawartha rep for the user committee, just like the rest of them have different reps, right? Representing.
Through you, Madam Chair. Port Hope has a representative, so our municipalities have a representative representing the citizens. And then each provincial user group has a representative.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you. And Randy?
Yes, thank you. Through you, Madam Chair. I found this very interesting. I wonder if specifically looking at page 3 at the last paragraph on the bottom, staff are currently assessing trail damage. I'm wondering if I might have a bit of a verbal update on how that's going and, how badly, we were hit, et cetera, et cetera. Thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair, Ed is on,
There's Ed.
to.
Oh, there, yes. Ed, do you have an answer?
Yes, I do. We have been actively clearing the trails. We are finding a significant amount of damage. We're encountering trees that are down approximately every 50 to 100 feet where we're utilizing chainsaws to remove the debris. But it's slow going. There's an awful lot of work ahead of us.
Thank you for that. And Tracy?
Just through you, Chair, Ed, is there like a timeline that you guys are looking at, just so the public's aware as well? Because I know we have the Somerville Forest up here that we've closed indefinitely until we catch up on that, so I was wondering if it's the same type of situation.
We're scheduled to open May 1st, and the message that the Ganaraska Region Conservation Authority has put out to the users, if they encounter something that we've missed or we haven't gotten to, we are encouraging people to submit the down tree through the info@grca.on.ca website to let us know where the actual downage is so we can have staff attend the area.
Thank you. And sorry, Ed, is that all trails? Are the motorized trails, have they been inspected or ready to go for May 1st, or is there problems everywhere with?
There's problems throughout the property. We are working as we come to the downages. So there's a lot of work ahead of us.
Okay. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so I had a mover and a seconder, so I'll ask all in favor for the.
Aye.
Report. And that is carried. So number 11, new business. First, we have the 2025 financial budget. The staff report is attached. Is there anything staff wanted to say?
I can. Okay. So thank you, Madam Chair. So the budget was attached. The levy, which was passed in November, remains the same. Basically the financial budget is very similar to the preliminary budget. However, we were successful in getting through our municipalities, the municipalities, Hamilton Township, as well as Port Hope and Coburg, were all successful in getting some floodplain mapping update projects. So through that, they have partnered with the Ganaraska Region Conservation Authority in completing those projects. Also, an AI geo-referencing a land cover project that the staff have been working diligently on with the federal government and some foundations. We were also successful in getting that project. That is a multi-year project. And this year, we've got in the budget, I believe it's $475,000. And it will be carried forward, as well as there will be more. We're anticipating more funding in the future. So it's a very good project-based budget, as well as I've mentioned, we've also got in there for the Ganaraska Forest. Actually, not in anticipating the ice storm that we just went through, but we will be having 4 summer students out there as well. Doing trail surveying on the trails. I'm looking at a trail, like they're going to be surveying the trails to see the conditions so that we can get a good work plan to get some of the other trails open, and working on partnerships with some of the mountain biking and trying to get the agreements in place with our municipalities that we need to have in place for access. So we're working diligently, and the budget reflects that as well. So thank you.
Thank you for that update. Is there any questions or concerns? Miriam?
Well, neither a question nor concern, but some interesting news. This I wanted to share. I had sent an earlier email. I attended a Zoom meeting, which was cross-country, sponsored by the David Suzuki Foundation through their Habitat program. And it had to do with mapping specific to urban areas, but it was natural infrastructure. They didn't call it green or blue infrastructure, they called it natural infrastructure. They assessed tree canopy, they assessed natural areas. And the mapping format was incredible, like it was just eye-popping. And I just wanted to mention it. They mentioned that it would eventually be scalable to smaller municipalities in different environments. But I just attended it via Zoom this week, and it was just, wow, this is exciting. So I just wanted to share. If anybody wants the link, they've sent me the recording. It's about an hour's worth, and half an hour with questions. And yeah, really interesting. I just wanted to share because that was,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. And Willie, did you?
Yeah, through Madam Chair and to Linda, just a question, on page 7 of this,
Yes,
under, funding from capital asset reserve,
yes.
and then on the next page, it says, on page 8 now, under the same heading, you have 189, 392, so there's a difference.
So the revenues are, the funding is what we're going to be purchasing through the capital assets on top. So that's funding expenditures in the budget. And what we actually put into as an expenditure from the levy portion, if you'll recall, in 2019, we went around to all the municipalities and said we wanted to set aside from the levy a certain amount that goes into the capital asset. So that 184 is coming out.
Right.
This 189 is going in.
Okay, yep.
And so that's what we put in, and that increases if the levy goes up 3%, that goes up 3%, because our capital asset management plan, over 20 to 40 years, it dictates how much we put in every year. And then we'll be updating that plan in 2026 to account for some new assets that we may have. And that number will probably go up from 189. It may go because we've acquired new assets and new lifetimes. It will go up, but one is going in and one's actually coming out. It's a mere coincidence that they're both in the 180 something. Last year, I think it could have been 500 because we were going to buy something. We were going to do the gym and we were going to do many other things.
Now, just another question, as a follow-up to the chair, and was there ever a discussion about why Canada? Because some of our assets probably are vehicles and whatnot and equipment, and so the procurement, I'm just wondering if that's something that we contemplate.
Through you, Madam Chair, that will be something that we do contemplate because we are looking at that as much as possible. I don't know that there's probably one truck in there that we are looking at, so we will look to see about where that truck would come. So,
Okay, great, thank you.
good food for thought. Thank you. I will make a note on that. Adam?
Yeah, so I kind of, through the chair to Linda, I want to go back to that trail agreement that you're talking about and the municipal access agreements. How far along are we on that? And are there any expenses that are going to be for the Ganaraska doing these trail agreements?
I believe the first one that we're trying to finish off is City of Kawartha Lakes. We're also working on one with Cavan Monaghan as well as the municipality of Port Hope. We are looking at one, and I believe it is Cavan Monaghan, where we want to also partner with the Millbrook Trail Association for the mountain bikers. Now, there may be a request that we put in a parking lot because it's coming off another trail into the forest. And so in that case, if we're looking that we would have to put into a parking lot, we may ask for some help or just even manpower or equipment in helping to things like that. We're not expecting major expenses that we can't work out with partnerships with, through equipment or volunteers. So, it's just, there's a lot of, hoops we have to go through, and we were hoping to have all these agreements in place by May 1st. It is not going to happen. Pam's been working on these for, couple of years. And since the derecho storm, because we realized, laws had changed and we have to have access into the forest agreements, and they just don't happen overnight.
Thank you.
But the municipalities have been really great to work with. I just wanted to say that, and we appreciate that.
That's great. And sorry, Lance, did you?
Yeah, sorry, good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to, I don't know, add to the last comments. I also sit, on the Millbrook Valley Trails Committee as part of my position as counselor. And I know that speaking for the Trails Committee, we would be more than happy to work with whatever additional, volunteer hours or commitment that we could help out with to facilitate what needs to happen. We've got a lot of supporters, so you can count on the Millbrook Valley Trails to just let us know what more we could do to help you guys. We'd be happy to rally up some volunteers to do whatever work we need. Thanks.
That's great. Just writing that down. Thank you. And Joan, sorry, did you have your hand up? Sorry, I can't hear you, Joan. You're still on mute. Oh.
Mark has had his hand up longer than I have, so I'll be,
Oh, sorry. See you, Mark.
Go ahead, you go ahead, Joan. She caught you first. Ladies first.
Oh, you are too kind. I don't know what is going on with my internet here. I've got you guys here, but I don't have the agenda in front of me, and I can't seem to get it to come up. I've got 3 computers and phones. I just can't get it up, but page 25 of the budget, other grants. And I was hoping it would jar my memory when I seen this, but there is a difference in price. I just wonder, or a different in amounts. I wonder if you could just explain the other grants that are coming in.
We're just looking for that now, Lance.
Yeah, page 25.
Corporate,
Page
I think it's well, are you talking about corporate services under 20?
It's, I have page 25 and municipal benefit levy and then other grants as well. So I was just wondering, there seem to be differences, and
sorry,
I'll look it up again. I just can't look at this agenda right now to pull it up.
And I think it's actually the GRCA, because I can't click on anything and open it up right now either.
You can't.
I'm trying to click on things and they weren't opening up.
Okay, so we're just looking for that for a minute, Joan, if you don't mind, because 25 for us doesn't have any financial
Could be in there.
mentioned, so we'll look through that.
Just 25 of the agenda package.
Oh, page 25 in the PDF, so not this you're talking about, but you're talking about.
Well, the PDF.
Because I.
It's, I'm lucky I had that open all
Yeah.
day, so
Well, it's-
my page 26 is.
The format is the same on
Yeah,
the
expense.
various, so like watershed services, environmental services.
Apparently, Madam Chair, it's happening all, like Cogeco, our staff can't even get on. It's a Cogeco thing right now, that it's not our website. We can't do anything.
Okay. And
Sorry.
the other thing I wanted to say, just to commend you on page 37, although you can't see it, the self-generating revenue. And again, that's page 37 of the agenda package. And that is over $1 million. So I really commend you for bringing in that kind of fund. So the page 25 of the agenda, I can check on another time. It's neither here nor there.
Okay, so Joan, so we're all looking at this package here on its own, which has its own page numbers. So the package you're looking at is sort of a bundled package, so we're having a hard time finding those references.
That's fine. That's fine.
If I may, Madam Chair, I think Jones may be referring to those grants that were given on behalf of the municipality. There's 3 municipalities that have that are working with the GRCA dealing with the GIS.
Right.
Yes.
I think that's probably what she's referring to, because I think it's around 400,000, Joan, is that the one you're referring?
Yeah, and the other grant numbers as well.
Yeah. Is that in this package?
It would be under watershed, the watershed, so, so the floodplain mapping, so up at the top on revenues, so other grants on page 11 on the, financial budget, in 2024, we had 880. And what happens is the 473 is actually the AI project.
Okay.
So that is that AI project that I was speaking about, but under municipal benefiting levy, that's where we lumped in the dollars that we're getting from for that floodplain updates from Port Hope, Coburg, and Hamilton Township. And that's where it's showing. So it goes from 375 up to $819,000 because we're doing those projects. So it is a significant increase. Yeah.
And the only other question, it did mention trees for purchase, and I didn't know if the trees have come in, or I kind of drew a blank on that one because it's always such a benefit to be able to plant trees. So I didn't know if I've missed the program or just the status of the tree generating.
You haven't missed a program. Pam is doing tree planting through you, Madam Chair. Pam is doing tree planting all Easter weekend. But it is time. But I will, if you want me to have her get in touch with you, Joan, I can do that.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. And that was fun for us all to flip through the pages. So thank you for that question.
I look forward to being back online with you guys. I'm surprised I can do the meeting, but can't do anything else.
All right. Well, it's nice to have you here, at least remotely. So, and Mark, sorry, were you waiting?
Yeah, I have one quick question for Linda, and it deals with the lumber tenders. I didn't know if we've had any come in yet or not, and I wanted to see if they were affected by these tariffs and so forth. So.
Through you, Madam Chair, I thank you because I have a note marked down May 14th. Because as you're aware, the staff report, we normally have the tenders come in the week before this meeting. So they were scheduled for the first Wednesday in April. But because of the ice storm mainly is what happened, we couldn't get the companies in to be able to view. And so we have delayed the opening of the tenders. Our companies still haven't been out and we're still trying to assess damage to May 14th. So the opening of those tenders will happen, we're hoping, May 14th.
Yeah,
So
can I just have
an answer about the tariffs?
Yeah, can I have a quick follow-up then, Linda? If they do come in low because of the tariff situation, is there opportunity to decline them and maybe hold over for another year? Or is that something staff's thought about at this time?
For you, Madam Chair, there's always that opportunity because we always say that we can, we don't have to take the lowest. It just depends if, we do it also for the health of the forest as well. So it would be up to the forester whether we would award any or none or all.
Okay, interesting. I hope we can bring it forward at our next meeting just to see where we are with them.
Good question. Is there any other questions, Willie?
This one, and through the chair and as a follow-up to Mark, on page 22. So were we estimating $250 million for timber contracts?
Through you, Madam Chair, we do every year. That's our lowest. That's what we either go to 200 or 250. So we've estimated 250, and that is kind of what we base the budget on every year when we're doing the preliminary budget. And then normally we know the week before, but that is the estimate, yes.
Now, speaking about the damage that has been caused, and it speaks to the Reco windstorm that we
Yes.
did, and we went through a lot. Is our communications people up to speed? Because are we gonna get blowback like we did back then?
Through you, Madam Chair. Our communications, we just sent something out today, actually, to say, we've opened up the forest. We wanted to open it up for Easter. It's for hiking. It's been closed all this time. We've opened it up today, and we've said, you know, enjoy it, but be aware. Because there's still ice out there. Like, we don't have it here, but up there, the snow and ice has held on. So we're trying to let people know, like, don't expect a walking path like you have here, and to be aware. And again, if they come across something, to let us know at our info, or some of them have the maps on their phone apps. And we also let them know that, again, it's Easter weekend and staffing. We don't have people working all weekend, so they do get some statutory holidays. So we let them know that as well. So.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Okay, great discussion. Any other questions from our comments? Okay, so I didn't get a mover and a seconder for this, so I'll ask for that now. So I want to volunteer, Lance? Adam? Okay, and I'll call all in favor. And that is carried. The next item is the designation of provincial offenses officers. The staff report is attached, and a mover and a seconder for that, please.
I'll move it.
Moved by Randy. Second by Margaret. And any discussion? Okay, ask all in favor. And that is carried. And next is other business. I have none, and we don't have anything for question period. We don't have in camera. So we are ready to adjourn.
Yes.
Oh, I do. I'm moving. Who would like to move that we adjourn? Mark.
All the hits will-
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy your Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.